Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading, going from the 16th to the 22nd of September. Tricky times this week. We've got the lunar eclipse on the 17th and 18th, and then we've got the super moon on the 18th, and then we've got the equinox at the end of the week. It's all about the moon bringing emotions to the surface. We saw that starting last week, and you seem to have really taken life by the scruff of the neck, as if to sort of say, yes, I'm going to live life. So that seems to be an interesting. Let's see how it plans out in this week's here. Overall energies, general energies that are flowing through you. This is where you've got a lot of vibrant energy, and you seem to be surmounting a lot in life and getting over a lot of things, taking your energy to a much higher level. On your financial side, well, that seems to be the desire in you not giving up. On your financial side, it's like the clouds have parted and you can now see the sun and you're starting to run towards it. Really beautiful energies for you. With the Nine of Swords, I think there is a lot of, there can be a lot of stress and strain upon you. There is a lot of energy that's coming in as well that's not confronting you, but it's asking you to step up to the plate in a way. And I think you're putting pay to all of that. I think you've realised now that woes and worries and stuff like that, worrying about the entire world, is not really getting you anywhere. And it's not really helping the entire world. And I think you're realising that. And that's the overall energy that's riding through you at the moment, as if to sort of say, I'm not gonna suffer fools gladly anymore. And if you are going to just try and take on the woes and worries from the world around you, I think it's going to create a very stressful time for you, because it's all to do with water, and you're nothing but fire and air really within your Astroflower, and that doesn't mix well with water. So I wouldn't worry about I know you're a lovely group of people, Gemini, but don't worry about the world here. You're going to be able to help everybody in a much better way if you are in a really good place. And I think that's what you should be concentrating on this week here. On your karmic path here, it's quite fiery, quite passionate, and this is where I think you're going out there and getting it. Yes, it could cause stress and strains for you, but I think you're very capable of confronting it. But it's very, very powerful and passionate. On the universal energies is also, it's almost, it's really sort of going, come out and play, Gemini, come out and play. And your past self of what you've lived in regards to relationships and stuff like that should be testament about, no, I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want that in my life. And I think you're going to recognize it every step you take forward. You're going to recognize what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And in your future self, there seems to be a really big offering coming in here. An offering for you to say goodbye to something in the past and say hello to something in the future. And what is the lesson should be learned out of this week here? It's a lot of passion here. I think this is possibly the stress and strain. So it's like, should I stay or should I go sort of scenario. And I would, if it was me, I would go forward. If it was me, I would go forward rather than go back. But then that's me. Everyone needs to make their own sort of decisions in life. And I think if you make the decision, whichever way, it's going to calm a little bit the stress and strains within your life. But I think you'll be better to sort of kind of go. Karmic path, thinking about yourself, Six of Pentacles, putting yourself first, I think is really important within life, certainly within the relationships that are around you. I think you can surmount anything that you're confronted with if you believe in yourself and really follow yourself through to what you want out of life. Okay, on your karmic path is to do that. On the universal energies, it's got that high priestess. It's really sort of like trying to see what tickles your fancy. And in order to tickle your fancy, you've got to get out there and get involved. But you should be using your intuition to select which synchronicities, which invitations, which sort of coincidences you wish to follow. In your past self, don't try and take on too much. This is about the past of not trying to take on too much. I think this is what actually causes the stress and strains for you. And I don't think you being stressed and strained about life is a good idea. I think it's much better for you when you are you. And this is you in the future. This is your wisdom coming to the fore. This is your judgment about a situation. I think you should I stay or should I go? You should go. I think you should go. Go for it, head forward, leave the thing in the past. Whatever it is that's stopping you from enjoying life, leave it in the past and live to your future. Be smarter about this. Every decision you make, every action you have within relationships at this week here is being smart by cultivating an environment that really, an enjoying environment and stimulating environment, which is good for you. And I think the past is not stimulating for you. I think your future is, and that's where you need to embrace it. On your financial side, there is a karmic block that's just literally, it's a vertical thing here. And it's like, this is what you should be doing. And there's no way around it. Either you smash yourself up against the wall or you climb that wall and you get onto a higher plane. I think that's what your karmic mission is, sort of like putting down a little bit of a, is laying down the gauntlet for you, kind of going, you know, Gemini, are you going to be able to do it? Are you going to do it? Sort of scenario. In the universal connection, the universal connection is also very similar. I think it's in cahoots with your karmic path, that is sort of like penning you in as if to sort of say, no, you're not going back. You're going forward, Gemini. You're going forward. This is a great opportunity for you. Go forward, sort of thing. But it is also bringing in the coincidences for sort of like to show you what is available to you. But it's only showcasing you. You don't necessarily have to make decisions about it. I think the decision is within you rather than outside of you. In your past self, this has also got like a sort of wall that's protecting you, where you can use the way in which you do things. And, you know, in this new opportunity in the future, you can change the way in which you do things without anybody knowing it. And I think this is an internal thing, really sort of seeing your past of how you've done things in order to do things differently. And in your future self, it's tied into that. I think this is where you really are putting pay to any woes and worries. It's like the caterpillar has finally shaken off the chrysalis and spreading it. You're starting to spread your wings and allowing them to fill so you can actually fly. Okay, the decisions that you should be making out of this week here. You've got to be decisive. You need to cut through the veil that is holding you back, the illusions that are holding you back. And I think you've got to trust yourself and believe in yourself here in this week here. And once you do, that's when you're going to start. It's like you create a vacuum and you're bringing in a lot of things into your life, a lot of potential. On your karmic path here, there's no other way through it. You're going, if you follow your karmic path, what feels right for you, yes, it may well be a slow journey at the start. I don't think it'd be slow eventually. I think it'd just be at the start. But it will take you on to much better shores. And I think you're destined to be taken onto those better shores. On the universal energy here, yeah, you're saying goodbye to an old thing. It's an, you know, something is dead, done and dusted with. And I think the universe is sort of saying that. It's got that block and it's playing into this 6 of Wands here, sort of saying either you go over it or you smash against it. But whichever way, there's no way getting around this thing. You've got to just go forward. And I think you should go forward. And this is on both sides of your life, on relationship side as much as your financial side. On your past, you have a huge amount of depth and value in your experiences that are going to help you put together this career path or this business or this project. But whatever this business and project is, it is very meaningful to you more than anything else. And it's going to bring you enormous amounts of victory. I think it's going to put pay to that. That's what it's going to do. If you follow yourself and you rise to the challenge, because that's what the 6 of Swords, the karmic path, is doing to you. If you rise to the challenge, you're going to come out a real winner. And yeah, whatever you do, whatever decisions you make, you should be making for your own sort of progression and recognizing the good quality work that is within you so you can connect with other people. On this 9 of Pentacles, she's looking actually at the bird, this sort of like hawk sort of thing. So it's been a bit like You know, you've got to be laser focused on what you want. And at one side of her, she has 6 pentacles, and the other side, she has 3 pentacles. The 6 of pentacles, we can see that it's already on your relationship side. But this has got to be in the decision making within you. They're good quality decisions that you're creating an abundant future because you're putting yourself first. And that should be the most important goal. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card, see what is away in the clarifications for you. Yeah, with the 9 of Swords, you get the 9 of Wands. I think this is very important. Playing smart, having those healthy boundaries to stop yourself repeating things in the past that caused you stress and strain. And now you should be living your future completely and fully and going forward. And that's what the 9 of Wands is also doing. She's going off on a journey, and she's using the 8 of Wands as a good sort of red flag sort of zone, so you stop yourself getting caught in situations that are not good for you. And with the 6 of Pentacles, putting yourself first, you get the 7 of Cups. Emotionally, and what is, you know, feels right for you, there is no other cup that's giving the water. There's only one cup that's giving you the emotional fulfillment. And I think once you start putting yourself first, it becomes evident what you should be doing and obvious. And that is where your intuition with the connection with the world around you comes into play. The universal energy is using that intuition to see where you have got those good quality connections so you can actually reach for the stars. This is a real moment. This week here is a projection moment where we can project into the future in a really beautiful way, and using our past as a sort of, you know, all the things you've learned in the past is going to help you with those red flags to stop you from going backwards, and it's going to bring you harmony. It's going to bring you a lot of healing from the past that may have caused you pain and suffering in regards to some sort of relationships in the past. In your future, if you don't try and take on too much and try and save the world, you're actually going to be in a really good place. And look at that, with the King of Swords, you get the King of Cups. I think you're going to own this. I really do. It's going to be a little bit trying and a little bit tricky and a little bit difficult, but you have everything to surmount any problems that you will be confronted with, and you will be able to convert your emotions into reality by being very wise in the way in which you go about things, you know, sticking to a process and what have you, the way things work. And yeah, this is a new you, being smart and being smart about your future. Basically revealing to you how the best way in order to engage with love and happiness within your life, so you can allow it to be. And I think there is a should I stay or should I go? I definitely think you should go forward and go into a new love this week here. But it's a real sort of deciding week with a lot of things going on. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Yeah, I think there's stress and strain there. I think you're worried about disappointment of not getting the good results in regards to business or projects and stuff like that. I think, you know, if you think back about the amount of times that you were worried about something happening and it didn't happen, keep that in mind, because I don't think it's going to happen, Gemini. I think you're going to get past it and surmount it enormously. And look at that on your karmic path with the 6 of Swords. If you go and you confront the world and you climb that obstruction, so you get to the next level, you're going to get the 9 of Pentacles, which is at the next level, which is what you're making decisions about, and being in alignment with that and creating the abundance by cultivating it, by putting, you know, putting your best foot forward, as it were. What's this dead, done and dusted with? I think it's an old way of doing things, of being subservient to everybody else that is around you. Yes, you get the 7 of Wands. You've now got 3 7s on the table. 3 7s and 2 6s and 3 kings. You know, it is a lot of 9s as well. 3 9s as well. So it's all coming in 3s here for you. And this is revelation for you. It is revealing to you by getting rid of, like, it could be a case of losing a job in order to open up to another career path, or what you should be doing. It's almost as if like the universe is going to do that. It's sort of kind of going, you want to do this project, but I don't know if is it going to work. And that's all that sort of worry and strain. And I think the universe is just going to come in, kind of go, okay, well, I'm going to get you fired. All right, so you lose your job, so you're obliged to go after what you want to do. Stop putting up resistance, Gemini. Just go ahead and do it. Yeah, you've done a lot in the past. There's a lot of knowledge and understanding. It's time to step into a whole new paradigm. This is time to connect or finally bring in alignment, a soul plan that you should be doing in this world in regards to finances or material world that really sits beautifully for you, karmically beautifully for you. So in order for you to actually do it, and yeah, just step into it and really enjoy it. In your future self, this opportunity, this crowning glory for you, if you just engage in it, will just plant perpetual seeds for rewards as you go forward. And that's what you're cultivating really with the Nine of Pentacles that is on your karmic path, but was also on the decisions that you're making out of this week. This victory here will allow you to plant some great seeds for some great futures. And it does provide security, building and creating that security. The Queen of Pentacles, she's sat at the tree of knowledge. She knows when that tree is going to bear fruit. And I think this is once you start applying yourself on a plan that is good for you, that's when I think you're going to know when the results are coming, because you're doing everything that you've planted all the seeds in order to get the results. So in theory, you should know when those plants are going to be providing all the fruits for you, the rewards for you. There you go, Gemini. Thanking you very much for being with us. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Really do appreciate all the support you show through the YouTube system. Very much appreciated. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.